One of the tastiest things you'll ever eat is a wonderful potato that has been cooked in the risole style. In France, it's called pomme de terre risole, and these are just small potatoes that have been parboiled for about 10 minutes, and then we pan sauteed them in butter and garlic with a little bit of salt and pepper, and that's it. And it makes a great side dish or a great accompaniment. Hey everybody, it's Walter from Artistic Gourmet Adventures. My wife Kim and I own this unique small group tour company where we host groups of 6 to 12 guests for 1 week luxury adventures in beautiful locations throughout Europe and the United States. I have the privilege of being the adventure chef, creating and preparing daily gourmet meals for our guests. So, in this video series, from our cozy home kitchen here in the beautiful Loire Valley of France, we will demonstrate a wide variety of recipes, from culinary classics to originals, as well as covering professional kitchen techniques for the home chef. For more information on Artistic Gourmet Adventures, check our website, linked in the description below. Now, let's start cooking! Very often in France, when you eat out, you will see an accompaniment or a side dish called pomme de terre de risole. And all this is potatoes that have been parboiled for about 10 minutes and then quickly sauteed in butter. And in this case, I'm going to add a little bit of garlic because garlic. So we are today using, actually these are just fresh potatoes that I literally just picked from our garden. And I think the variety is Charlotte. C-H-A-R-L-O-T-T-E. In the States, you could probably use something like a Yukon Gold or something like that, but something that's small that cooks pretty quickly. So literally the process is we're going to parboil these in salted water for about 10 minutes till they're, I say parboil, but they'll be pretty soft. They'll be pretty much, you could probably eat them then. And then we're going to finish them in the skillet and saute them with a little bit of butter and garlic. So anytime you're going to boil potatoes, you want to start in cold water. So we've put our potatoes in this skillet and we filled it with cold water, and now we're just going to bring it to a boil, and then we'll probably turn it down and let it do a kind of a slow boil. And I've put 1 clove of garlic in there. And that's literally all we need to do those potatoes for probably 10-15 minutes. We'll let them come to the boil, simmer for a little bit, then we'll test them with our knife, see how tender they are, and then we'll finish the rest of the process. Our potatoes have been going for about 10 minutes now, and you can see when we check them, our knife goes in pretty easily, and it's not completely done, but it'll finish cooking during the saute portion. So we will now just drain those, and I'm just going to put them in my strainer here. So we'll put these in the strainer, we'll drain them, and then we will finish them by sauteing them in some butter. To finish our potatoes now, we've got our pan heating up. I'm putting just a little bit of grapeseed oil in there, and then we'll put a little bit of butter in the pan, because that's really the flavor we're going after. It's butter flavored potatoes. So we'll let that butter get all nice and melted, and we'll sear our potatoes. Our butter is nice and foamy. And let's now put our potatoes in, and we still have our garlic clove in there. Don't forget about that. It's right there. So we are just going to let these potatoes, I'm just going to move them around a little bit. Everybody get a little butter on them. And you can see this little stripe that I've peeled out in the center. That's just kind of a classic French thing to do when you serve these potatoes. So we'll let those heat up, and we'll season them with a little bit of salt and pepper, and they will be done. Our potatoes are nice and Fried up, they're crisp. You can see a little bit of color on them. So now I'm just going to season them with a little bit of salt and some fresh ground black pepper. And let's give them one more little quick toss. And they should be good to go. And we will just serve them up. There we go. And we'll finish them with just a little bit of fresh cut chives from the garden. And there we have it, pomme de terre risole. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more, give us a thumbs up below and hit that subscribe button, it's free. And ring the bell if you want to be notified as soon as we release a new video. Also, let us know in the comments if you have any special recipe requests. We really appreciate you tuning in. See you next time.